Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I was making some baked ziti to take over to my daughter's house. So I was using my Ninja Foodie and I put about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil in my pan, one medium onion, and I had another half. So just use like one medium to large chopped onion and one heaping tablespoon of garlic. I was going to put about a tablespoon of pepper in there, and you see I went to put a little bit more and I dumped too much. But it was fine. I couldn't taste, it wasn't too much pepper for me. So just get that mixed up. It seems like it takes the Ninja Foodie a little bit longer to cook than it does like maybe on the stove top. So just make sure you have a lid that'll fit right over top of that. And then I put, I think that package of hamburger meat was like 2.25 pounds. So just get that all broke up as fine as you can. And I'm not sure how long I cooked this. Maybe about 15 or 20 minutes. Seemed like it was taking a while. And I had it on high, but it works great if you just put a lid on it. It makes it cook a lot faster. So I'm just going to drain this hamburger meat. And I bought these cans of this Hunt's tomato sauce, and I don't recall that I had ever used those. I wasn't quite really a fan of it, but use any kind of like 2 jars of any kind of marinara sauce or anything you want. I made a box, 1 pound box of ziti, and I cooked that and just put a tablespoon or two of olive oil in it. So here's this tomato sauce that I used. I mean, it was all right, but I'm sure you could use anything. I would pick something different. So I'll just put in the description box. Use 2 jars of whatever you want. But so to that, I used the 2 cans, and then I added 1 tablespoon of Italian seasonings. And you can add anything in here that you want. This is kind of like a spaghetti sauce to me. I just start dumping stuff in. There's no recipe here. I was just trying to make up something really quick to take over to her house. So I just get that stirred up and let it cook. I'm not sure how long. You just want to let it simmer for a little while. I probably let it cook for probably about 30 minutes or so. Like I said, the foodie doesn't get hot like it does on this stove top. But just let that simmer. And then what you want to do is take just get you a big spoon, and to this ziti, just add, I would say, 5 or 6 big spoonfuls into your baked ziti, and just stir that up, because you're going to want to put the sauce in the bottom of the pan and you want to have some to put on the top. So just kind of eyeball that and make sure that you just leave enough for the top and the bottom, because you want to have some of the meat sauce in your noodles, mixed in. You just don't want to put sauce on the bottom and the top. So that's what it looks like. And I took a 9 by 13 baking dish, and I didn't spray that. I don't, there wasn't really any need, but, and I put a couple of a couple of those big spoons in the bottom and just spread it out. And I think it's an 8 ounce container of ricotta cheese. And you can do this any way you want. For me, I was just trying to do something quick. You could also put grated cheese here on this layer if you want, mozzarella, whatever you want to do. But I just added this, and you just want to kind of pat it out and kind of smush it around a little bit so you get you know, it's kind of spread out there on the bottom. And then you want to take your noodles, uh, the pot of noodles, and you just want to pour that over top. And as I was doing this, I was like, oh my gosh, this looks like a lot. I was scared it was going to be way too much for the pan, but actually it fit just right. So just get all that in there and spread it around and smooth it out. And then you want to take the leftover portion of your meat sauce and just put that over top. Spread it out. I got annoyed sitting there scooping all that, so I just get the whole pot and just start dumping. You know, when you're in a hurry, you just act a fool, so y'all don't mind me. So just get all your meat sauce on, put the rest of the container of the ricotta cheese. So just put half on the bottom and half on the top. And I took an 8-ounce block of extra sharp cheddar and an 8-ounce block of mozzarella cheese. And you know, I never, ever, ever use the bag stuff because it just doesn't have as much flavor to me. So always just take the time if you can, and I'm pretty sure your food will taste better. Just make sure you take the time and grate your cheese and don't use the bag stuff. But you know, I'm a cheese lover, so I pile it on pretty thick because it, you know, and then when you cook it, it makes that nice crunchy crust on it. And then I used about 1 cup, half of this container. I guess it was about 1 cup of the grated Parmesan cheese. And just sprinkle that on. And I preheated my oven on to 400. And you know, since everything's already cooked, you don't need to keep this in so long, right? So you just want to keep that in long enough till you get the top nice and brown like this one. And this stuff just came out of the oven and it is seriously piping piping hot, but it looks so good. And this would be like a perfect cheap little, you know, dish for your family and it feeds a lot of people. So I I just scooped me out a bite, and I had this really good garlic bread in the oven, so I wanted to let that cool in just for a little bit and wait for my bread to come out. But it tastes really good, and like I said, me personally, I would have picked a different sauce now that I know and after I've tasted that. But it was really cheesy, very easy. It went so good with the bread, and you could just put a little side salad to go along with that or whatever you wanted. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and you know, leave me in the comments, tell me how you make it, if you like it, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.